Boom! What's up, Funnel Boss Academy? Coach Corey here. Together we'll do it better. Launch patterns, launch sequence training. So today is day 18 of the training. This is going to go for 20 days. So we decided to just cap it at 20 days. So I've got a little bit more information to go over today and then a couple more days. As far as the process of, we've already got, established learning how to grow your friends and all that kind of good stuff. Setting up, getting them in your Facebook group if you already had one. If you don't have one, that's kind of what this video is going to be about. Just showing you how to set up your group, right? And this will go for anybody that already has a group as well. So just hang in there, watch this video. This is what I would do if I were you, setting up your Facebook group. And then ultimately, we'll talk about, probably in tomorrow's video, we'll talk about getting the engagement going and all that kind of good stuff inside of your group. And then finally, we're going to talk to you about putting together just a really short, sweet, simple product or service that you guys can promote to your group. And I'll walk you through that process of actually selling it inside of your group. And it doesn't take a funnel or anything like that. It is a simple offer that you just make and then get people to buy. So we'll cover that in the next couple of days. But right now, I'm going to hop off the screen so that we can dive into what it looks like inside of a Facebook group, right? So this is actually the pop-up group that Melissa is doing right now for this challenge that she's doing. Engineered to Scale, Ascension to Millions. And it's the live workshop starting March 1st through the 3rd. But I wanted to use this group as an example because she's already got some really good stuff going here that you guys definitely need to take advantage of. Obviously, the cover photo, just like your profile, needs to go along with your group, what your group's about. Make sure that you're mentioning how it's going to help people inside of that group, right? So this group, it's a little pop-up group. It's a little bit different, but she still gets her point across, right? This is Engineered to Scale and Ascension to Millions. So what does that mean? It's intriguing, right? It gets you in the group. It makes you want to join the group. And then ultimately, that's where the coaching is going to go, right? So this is for online coaches looking to scale. So she's telling you what you're going to learn inside the group. That's super important. You guys need to be doing the same exact thing. As far as the title of the group, same thing, Engineered to Scale. Engineered to Scale method. So that's going along with what she is branding, right? So because she's kind of building this Engineered to Scale brand, she's naming it after the brand, which is fine. I would highly suggest though that you guys make sure that inside of your title right here, the actual name of the group, try to put as many keywords in there as possible. So find the keywords that are in your niche and make sure you plug those in. You'll see this a lot of times with groups that are geared towards coaches, course creators, and consultants or whatever. You see that a lot in the title of the group. So they name the group and then they have for coaches, consultants, course creators, whatever, something along those lines. And the reason that you want to do that is because that is going to make it show up higher in the search feature, right? So you want to make sure that keywords are in your title if you can. And then also inside the About section. I haven't actually checked out the About section on this group, so I'm not sure if there's much there. And there's not. But when it comes to the description of your group, again, I'll go over really quickly. I'm going to jump back on the screen just so I can look at when I talk about this because not a great example, but when you're setting up your own Facebook group, you want to make sure that the About section of your group is a nice, long, lengthy description of what your group is about. So the biggest thing to remember is to focus on the benefits of being a member of your group. So speak to them, speak to your audience, right? When I created my groups in the past, I always started off with something along the lines of, welcome to this group. I created this group for one reason and one reason only, to help blank, right? So whatever that is for your niche. So if it's, personal fitness, it's, I created this group for one reason and one reason only, to help, women, men, whatever, reach a healthy weight goal or whatever it might be in a certain amount of time, and then go on to the other benefits of the group. Inside this group, you're going to learn and then do check marks, the little emoji check marks, and put down next what you're going to learn, right? Make sure that you go over different things that you want people to do. If you want them to create posts, if you want a lot of engagement in your group, you got to free up your group. You got to let people post, right? Turn off the post notification, or not notifications, but the post approval, right? Let people post and make sure that they know that you want them to post, right? And then you just have to take the time to actually go through and monitor that. So if people are dropping links or whatever. In my groups in the past, I've always just had it hey, feel free to post, feel free to ask questions, feel free to do whatever you want. Absolutely no links. So first and foremost, I don't want people coming in there and trying to drop a link to their whatever. I know how Facebook groups go. I know that people are in there trying to fish for members, right? That's the way it goes. And I am totally comfortable with that. I'm totally cool with that, because ultimately what's going to happen is these people that are coming into your group trying to get your members out of your group and into their group, like it's just part of the community, right? And you need to be known in the community. So when those people leave your group to go into somebody else's group, there's always a good chance that you start relationships. Like those people will start relationships in that other group that might not be in your group, and then ultimately they kind of start sharing back and forth, right? So you start getting into the same groups, and that's what you'll see. Like a lot of people in the same niche are in everybody's groups, right? And that's totally cool. That's fine. But you definitely want to make sure that you know, or you make sure that the people know how your group is going to be run. And I always said straight up off the bat, like if I see a link, you're out. Like no questions asked. I don't give a second chance. I just delete them from the group and block them, right? And make sure that that's known inside of that description. The other thing that you want to do probably inside of your description of your group is, this group is for, and then list out the people that are like your ideal avatar, right? Like this is for coaches, consultants, course creators, whatever, XYZ. This is for online entrepreneurs that are looking to do blank. This is for so-and-so that likes to do blank. And then below that, you want to also list out this is a group, or this group is not for, and list out the people that you don't want, right? Like, so this group is not for the non-action takers, the tire kickers, the people that want freebies and free handouts, Make all that stuff as clear as possible inside the description of your group. And again, keyword rich. So using any kind of keywords from your niche in there is going to help you rank in the search inside of Facebook, right? So when people are searching for different topics or whatever, your group will pop up. And also, when people are joining similar groups, Facebook's going to automatically suggest your group for them, right? That's going to be one of the most powerful ways for you to grow your Facebook group organically, is by getting your group to rank in the suggested groups list, right? So Facebook can grow your group for you. That's what I've always done in the past, and it works great. So with that being said, let me hop back in. I think that's about it for this time. I don't want to go too far. But definitely focus on the title of your group. You want to make sure that this is going to be keyword rich, and then also the about section of your group is going to be really important. And the reason why you want this so important is because they can read this before they actually enter the group. So you just want to make sure that, again, you're showing them what they're going to get for being a part of your group, right? And it's all about the community. When it comes to Facebook, like Facebook groups, people don't necessarily, I'm not going to say that they don't join groups because of the information, like they love the information, but ultimately Facebook is still a social media platform, so it's more about the community, and that's where you guys start laying down the laws and everything as far as getting the engagement going in your group, which we'll be talking about in our next video. But for right now, just focus on those things. Focus on the title of your group, and you can change that up until you get, I think, like 5,000 members is the cutoff, and once you get 5,000, you can't change the name anymore. So, and you can't change it. You can only change it like once a month, right? I think it's once every 28 days. So just keep that in mind as well. But yeah, get your cover photo. Make sure that you're on it so that people know that you are the admin of the group, just like Melissa was doing in that one. And then explaining what the group's about and how it's going to help people. And that's going to be one of the biggest ways to get more people into your group. And then come back tomorrow for day 19 as we start wrapping up this little training. And I'll start sharing with you guys how to get engagement and stuff. We already went over a bunch of posts and stuff that you'll be able to use, but more so we'll talk in the next video on how to encourage people to post and stuff. So until then, guys, we will see ya. See ya.